It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we've got CD Lamb, who's now over 1,000 yards receiving on the season. It's the Cowboys and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jayden Reed, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his 1 collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Packers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total. as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On play action. Love to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. And Lance going to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. He'll get this up to about the 44. This a 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And his throw is incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Love now. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. And he's going to go down again. Mozzie Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that is incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Lance to throw it. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Off of play action, here's Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. They'll try the left side. St. Clair. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Shotgun now for Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. St. Clair, and he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Cowboys at 13-1 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lance. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter. St. Clair. And some room to roam now. Down to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Love. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a handoff up the middle. St. Clair, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll keep it on the ground. St. Clair. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Love. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking on the midfield logo. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Lance looks to throw again. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Lance. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Here's Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
This 2nd and 4.
Love looking to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing. Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On now is the Packers punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Up the middle they go. St. Clair. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And taken right at the 35.
The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Lance in trouble, and he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
The Packers with a football here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Love from the gun.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Play fake. Here's Love.
Hitting Mayer here on the out route.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. To throw now. Here's Love.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. and this one winds up no good.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Adonai Mitchell, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On third down, St. Clair. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think probably you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fowler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds Douglas complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Michael Mayer.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is down to 2. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
A strong running. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Escapes the defender. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 29 yards, first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And Lance going to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 16-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rose, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Lance on the bootleg. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the...
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Love now. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
on now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Up the middle they go. Rose. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, St. Clair, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 38 yards.
And the Cowboys will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Now Love. The pass taken in by Mayer. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. To pass, here's Jordan Love. It gets it right back to Mayer. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Third and 2. On play action, Lance. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. St. Clair, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Lance looking to throw it. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And Lance now to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This now a 3rd and 4. Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Love from the gun. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 7. 2:21 the time left. Throwing. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Love.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Douglas. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Now Love.
Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's Love. And that one too wide and incomplete.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir. That touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this to get them back to even heading into the break. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
To throw now, here's Love. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Love now. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Off the play fake, Love.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Working out of the gun, Love.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Lance with a first throw in overtime. Left side to Lamb.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Packers offense set to go. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Love. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Love. Throw out wide is incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Up the middle they go. St. Clair. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Here's Lance.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Ferguson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 1. Lance on the option left.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll run on first down. St. Clair. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. St. Clair, and he gets it down to the 32. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back on first down. St. Clair. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Cowboys, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home